Apefather is in his office. My jacuzzi. People are like, probably new viewers to my channel probably don't know that this is my office. They're thinking they're seeing a place of business. I'm behind a desk, a leather chair. This is my office, baby. The jacuzzi. Maybe one day I will get an office like in a place of business, but I'll put a jacuzzi in the place of business too, and that will be my office. So the office in an office, a jacuzzi in an office. So look, a lot of these people who don't like Apefather, haters, right? We call them haters, whatever, internet trolls, whatever you want to call these people. They don't realize that by going against me, okay, they're actually, in essence, hurting themselves. This is people don't understand you're not hurting me. And this is really what I've been wanting to make a video about this a long time. I really wanted to talk about this for a while now. Antonio Miranda. Antonio, what you're going to notice on this video is I'm not going to ask for 1 cent. I'm not going to ask anybody for 1 single cent. So this is where you're wrong. I don't beg. It's called education. See, I think what's happening, Antonio, is you misunderstand. You misunderstand educating someone with begging. You can't differentiate the two, okay? Begging is someone like, please, can I have money? Please, I just need something. No, I'm not asking anybody for money. This is called education. Okay, Antonio, you just simply don't understand something. Listen, you just don't get it. And I'm going to try to educate not just you, but everybody on this live stream. Okay, the average is not scams. It's not, Antonio, once again, I am not asking anybody for money. Not asking anybody for a cent. In order for something to be a scam, you actually have to ask someone and accept the money. You understand? This is no solicitation for any investments. This is simply education. This is an education live stream. People just don't understand this. Okay, so I'm going to explain it again. I'm going to keep explaining it until it becomes something you can't stop thinking about. Okay, how do you explain, Antonio, the following things? Really, I want you to try to explain this. Okay, someone who is the average American makes $50,000 a year. This is facts. Listen, you can hate me. You can hate me. You could want to put a poster of me up on your wall and throw friggin' darts at my balls. You cannot dispute facts. See, this is what I hate about you haters. You know what I hate about you haters? You can't stick to what's called facts. The average American makes $50,000 a year. After you pay Uncle Sam, you're left with about $35K. What's up, Back to the Future? I'm talking about my standard, apes together strong conversation here. But I'm going to keep saying Back to the Future, repetition is success. The more you say things, eventually it gets in people's head. The average American makes $50,000 a year. I love you too. Eston Yang, how you doing, brother? God bless you. I love you, brother. Thank you for watching, and thank you for loving my channel, brother. The average American makes $50,000 a year. After they pay Uncle Sam 30%, they're left with about $35,000. Now you got to figure they got to pay their bills throughout the whole year. They got to pay their mortgage, car insurance, food, entertainment. As of today, because inflation is so high and the price of living is so high, people's salaries don't go up, okay? The price of goods and services go up, but people's salaries do not go up. No one is saving money. Okay, I shouldn't say no one. A very small percentage of people are saving money. A very, very small percentage of people are saving money. So what this basically means is that you have A and B. I'm going to give you both scenarios. A person is saving no money, zero, okay? Or B, a person is saving so little that it will ultimately take them the rest of their lives working forever to have even a small, tiny, little nest egg. How do you all consider that to be the right approach? I wish someone, you want to have a debate with me? Okay, how is that the right approach? Check this one out. If we all worked together, right, we would own the world. You ever hear that song by Nas? If I rule the world, I free all my sons. I love 'em, baby. Like, I don't think you understand this, you dumb mother effers. I don't think you understand. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have 1 million people. Brownie, I love you, Brownie. Thank you for the $2 super chat. You are the best, brother. I love you. But Antonio, you know why it's the same conversation and it's boring? Because you can't prove it to be. Here's the thing, Antonio. You can't prove me wrong. Okay? All you could say, Antonio, is it's boring. And do you want to know why all you could say it's boring? Because you cannot prove my point to be wrong. My point is correct. You understand? I'm right and you're wrong. So your only rebuttal, same shit, boring. Okay. And you know who said, the people who say that, Antonio? Losers. Okay? People who can't win a conversation. People who cannot win a conversation say that. I get it. Look, this is what I see in my life, okay? I see certain people in this world, like I'll name a few: Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. I'll name just a few, okay? Are on top of the world. They have tremendous amounts of money. They have yachts, private jets, skyscrapers, anything that you want to think of, they got it, okay? The question you have to ask yourself, do you have it? Do you have any of these things? No. Okay. So I just want you to try to understand this. What's up, Tony from Brooklyn? I love you, brother. I just want you to understand this. Why do they deserve it for? Did you ever sit down and ask yourself that question? Did you ever sit down and ask yourself, why does Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever the case may be, why do they deserve private jets, yachts? Why? Why? Because they earned it. They're super smart. They're this, they're that, they're this. Bull effing shit. That's all I have to say. Bull effing shit. There's a lot of shit out there. I don't want to get crazy. But there's a lot of talk out there of things called the Illuminati. All right, I'll give you an example. Who's my favorite rich person? Donald Trump. But that's also because he's for America, Phil. He wants what's best for America. Okay, I'm going to start talking some crazy shit for the first time in my life. You guys are going to think I'm all whack jobs. You're going to think I'm a psycho right now. You're going to say, Apefather. You're going to say there's something mentally wrong with you. When I was a young kid, there was a folk tale. I'm going to tell you all a folk tale of a guy named Robert Johnson. He's a famous blues guitar player. And I don't know, if you're a musician, maybe you know who Robert Johnson is. If you're not, you're probably not going to know, okay, who he is. So the folktale is that he went down to the crossroads. It's actually a very good movie about this with Ralph Macchio. If you ever get a chance, it's called Crossroads. This is a guy who couldn't play guitar. He couldn't sing. The guy sucked. Everybody told Robert Johnson, you can't play guitar for shit. For shit, you suck. He couldn't sing. Okay. He went down to the crossroads, and here's the folktale. I'm only telling you what the folktale is. He made a deal with the devil. Sold his soul. Okay. Then immediately, here's the thing. Immediately, when he came back into town, he became the greatest blues guitarist in history. He became the greatest blues singer in history. Right? Okay. Now, yeah, Mark Cuban is definitely a liberal. But let me get into to this folk tale. Okay, going down to the crossroads. Yeah, Eric Clapton did a great version of that too. But I'm not saying to you, and I don't want you all to think I'm crazy. I'm not saying to you people are making deals with the devil. I'm just saying, but there's something definitely going on that there's just certain things that just don't make any sense. All right, let me give you an example. I love Billy Joel. You all know this. And I love Elton John. Okay. But there are only two people. Okay. In a world of over 8 billion people. I'll tell you a story. I went down and I auditioned for Moving Out. which was the Broadway play with Billy Joel. And I did so good. I played two songs. You had to play Angry Young Man. You had to play the prelude part, right at the beginning, the intro. And I played Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. I did so good that the guy who was the producer who watched me, the guy who was auditioning me, he got up out of his seat because he was like it was like he was at a far distance. He was at the end of the room and the piano was at the beginning of the room. The guy got up out of his chair. What's up there, Andrew? And you're missing the point, D-Pen. Okay, just hear me out. He got up out of his chair, walked to me, shook my hand, and said, "Brother, you are an extremely talented." He actually said singer too, singer, piano player. He goes, "You rock. You should 100% get this part." He says, "But you're not going to." And I'm like, "Why is that?" He goes, "Look," he goes, "I'm just not going to waste your time." He goes, "Billy Joel already picked somebody." So I said, "He picked somebody from this audition?" He goes, "No, he picked somebody that I don't know, either he knew or someone he saw at a bar." So I said to him, "So why are you having auditions?" Like, right? Isn't that like a logical question? Like, why there was 2,000 people there. If Billy Joel already picked the person that he wants, to be in this Broadway play, then why are there 2,000 people here auditioning? He goes, "Brother, it's union rules. It's union rules." Okay. I've seen you somewhere before. Hey, I've been around, Brooklyn, Jersey. Who knows where you saw me? Maybe you saw me at a restaurant. But anyway, okay. So are you all following me, or am I losing you? Am I losing your attention? Billy Joel already picked the person that was going to start, being the piano player singer that was like, in essence, playing his part. He already picked this person, but yet they're having auditions. They're having auditions. 2,000 people are down there. Why? Why is that? Okay. Okay. So this is what I feel is going on in the world. There is a lot of corrupt. This is what I'm trying to. I'm not saying deals with devils. I know that that's an extreme friggin' case. Okay, but there is something to that. There is something to that. There is something going on in this world where, like, there was an old expression. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Like one time, I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, I interned at Capitol Records when I was in high school. I had this program where I actually. Billy Joel is not my lover. I love you, Back to the Future. Thank you, Back to the Future always supports me. Or sometimes it's both. God bless you, Back to the Future 99. Um, so I'll tell you a story. I met this guy, Bruce Ludwall. He passed away. He was the CEO at one time of Capitol Records, and he was the CEO of Blue Note, right? So Bruce Ludwall, thank you, honey, heard one of my songs. It was called Summer Starlight. This was actually a jazz song I wrote. And he said, "Man, Richie, you are one talented guy. You are an amazing, amazing songwriter. You are an amazing piano player." So I'm thinking I'm getting a record contract, right? I'm like, this guy's going to sign me. He goes, "Unfortunately, I don't have any artist at this point that could use this song." And he basically wrote me off. He's like, "But keep in touch with me." Unfortunately, he passed away not too long after that. But now here's the thing. I was looking at Richard Marx, the great singer-songwriter Richard Marx. Okay. I was looking at his album. Well, at the time it was an album. This was before CDs and all that stuff. And it said, it was a big thing that said, "Thank you, Uncle Bruce," meaning he was talking about Bruce Ludwall. "Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for signing me to a record contract. I really appreciate it. I love you." I love you too, Tony. But do you see what I'm trying? So in other words, Bruce Ludwall was Richard Marx's uncle. Okay. So I feel like we live in a world where the rich keep getting richer. Like, you see about the stories of the rich families, the Johnson and Johnson family, the Vanderbilt families, okay? Trump's, everybody, okay? So what it is that money goes from one generation to another generation. In other words, I was watching this documentary one time on the Johnson and Johnson family. I was watching this documentary, and the biggest argument that the family have, like the children's with their father and children's with their mother, is should they go to college? Like that's their arguments because they're like, look, we are all already rich. We already have a tremendous amount of money. What is the point to go to college? And like honestly, the parents can't even make a compelling argument. They can't. They're like, look, if you want to go, you should go learn about something. But we have everything we need, right? I do accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Yes, God, God is good. God is good. David and Nelson Rockefeller, exactly. So the point is, I'm just trying to make you understand, Antonio K, J&J, Johnson and Johnson. I'm trying to make all of you understand because maybe you're not, but it's not about all the money. You're missing the point. Listen to me. Try to listen to me. It seems like in this world, this is how it is to become successful. This is what it seems to be. And I'm trying to educate all of you, and I don't know if I'm succeeding because some people's, unfortunately, IQ is so low in the single digits that I don't know if I could reach any of you people. Okay. So if you're not born into a rich family like Johnson and Johnson, right? You don't hit the lottery. You don't hit the lottery, or your uncle is not Bruce Lundvall, or your uncle is not Steven Spielberg, or something like that. I love you too, Anton Kane. I love you. Then the chances of you becoming successful, I'm talking really successful, are slim to none. This is what I'm trying to make you all understand. And that's the facts, Jack. That's the truth root. So you could all hate me. Listen, you could all hate me more than you hated any other human being on this planet Earth. But your chances of you becoming a major success are slim to none. So you might be saying, why are you telling me this for, Apefather, right? Why are you saying these things that are depressing me? Because I actually feel I have a solution. I actually feel I have a solution to this problem. Okay. And the solution is actually not complicated. You know who taught this to me? Caesar from the movie Planet of the Apes. You ever see Planet of the Apes? You know Caesar? His ideology was apes together strong. Apes meaning all of us. We're all apes. We're nothing prejudiced about that comment, meaning we're all retail investors. Okay, see, Antonio wants to turn this into, once again, a scam. Antonio, I'm going to say this again. I'm not asking anybody for money. I'm trying to educate people. It's a madhouse. Well, that was the first Planet of the Apes. I love that one. Charleston Heston, right? But it's a madhouse. Get your hands off me, you stupid, disgusting ape. Oh, forget about it. You even mentioned the Rothschilds. I think they'll shut me off of YouTube. You even mentioned that. I literally, if I say anything about them, Cassidy Campbell, he's a friend of mine on YouTube. He's another fellow YouTuber. He told me one time he did a video and they just literally, they shut down his channel. And then he had to start a whole new channel again. Yeah, you can't even mention those people. But anyway, my teeth are messed up. Okay, well, my son's teeth are not messed up. I believe in taking care of the kids. I spent $10,000. My son has braces and he's going to have the best teeth in the world. So I sacrificed for my children. I give my children a better life. Okay, Kizzy? You give nobody a better life. Because Antonio Miranda wants to take a good thing that I'm trying to do and he wants to turn it into something ugly. He wants to turn it into something bad because I'm trying to do something good. That's unfortunately what happens. Nobody cares about your son. I care about my son. Well, so you shouldn't say nobody cares about my son. This guy, this is another guy I think I might have to kick off. Can't you just like relax, brother? Go smoke some some herb or something. Calm yourself down, Kizzy. Anyway, getting back, guys, making me lose my train of thought. I don't understand why everybody doesn't understand this. Okay. The stock market is a vehicle, ready, that has been created not to make us rich. Okay. I really don't understand why. Look, I made mistakes too. I'm not sitting here telling you I'm perfect. Believe me. For me to learn all of this, it cost me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. The stock market is a vehicle to make the rich, the 1% richer. And I also believe this to be the same with cryptocurrencies. Now, I don't want to have the argument anymore with Antonio. Look, I explained to you out of all the cryptocurrencies, I do believe Bitcoin is king, but I don't want to talk about that. I'm trying to talk about a bigger, more important issue. The bigger, more important issue is that the stock market is a vehicle to make the rich richer. And I'll explain. You want me to hear it? You want me to prove it to you? Okay. There are things called payment for order flow platforms. These are things, that you probably heard of before. You know the platform Robinhood. I'll just give you an example. Webull. Okay, just let's take those as an example. Those are the two most popular payment for order, payment for order flow platforms. What it is that when you transfer your money into these platforms, okay, Citadel, which is run by Ken Griffin, makes money every single time you trade. So, in other words, every time you buy stock, every time you sell stock, he makes money. Citadel makes money. Also, there's a thing called the dark pools, okay, which is a place where every single buy order could be transferred over into the dark pools and can be kept there for as long. In other words, they don't have to technically process the order. This was meant for large institutional buys. The dark pools was meant for large institutional buys. Nowadays, it can be used for someone buying one share of stock. It can be used for someone buying a couple of shares of stock. So this is what my point to you is. I'm trying to educate all of you. I'm probably wasting my time here, but I'm trying to educate all of you. Okay, so what are you trying to do in your life? You're trying to succeed, right? Isn't that the ultimate goal? You're trying to win in life. You're trying to succeed. Okay. How are you going to do it exactly? I'm going to go to college, right? Here's your plan. I'm going to go to college and I am going to get a very, very high paying job. Here's what the problem is. Even if you become a doctor, even if you go to college for 12 plus years, and you get all types of, medical certification, diplomas, years and years of experience, you have a cap of how much you can make. You have a cap, okay? The top surgeons in the world make anywhere between 500,000 to potentially $1 million. And I know you might say, I'd be very happy if I was making. I'm not saying no. I'm not arguing that fact. But that's if you were I'm talking about the top of the top. You got to be one of the top surgeons in the world to make fazools like that, okay? So now, but the thing is that you're capped at that. That's it, okay? Like a friend of mine, he's a police officer. He tells me, Richie, I made $100,000 this year. That's what he told me. But he says, I had to work so much overtime. I hardly saw my family. I never saw my kids. I never see my wife. I have virtually no life, but I made $100,000. So what some people do is that they sacrifice their whole entire life. They work, in some cases, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they never see their family. But Antoine, you're not understanding the point, brother. I'm talking about big. Okay, let me get to the point here. Let me get to the point. All right, because I think you're missing the point. Guys, if you want to be average in life, it's easy to be average. It's easy to be average. Any one of us can be average. That's it. It's not hard. Okay? It is not hard to be average. So what's average to me? You want to know what's average to me? My life. See, people think that I feel so highly of myself. They say, Apefather, you're always flexing. And I'm not flexing nothing. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm not flexing. I hate it when people say that shit. My life is that. Okay, what's my life? I have a $600,000 house. I'm going to tell you my life. You want to hear my life? I am not bullshitting any of you. What I'm about to tell you is the God's honest truth. I have a $600,000 house. I have a $75,000 in-ground swimming pool. I have a beautiful hot tub. I have an average car. I have a GMC Arcadia, $40,000 car. I got, savings, cash, gold, bonds. My children have trust funds set up, both from my father, my wife's father. They're set up for life, okay? I've worked in sales for over 20 years. I have a residual monthly income that comes in that's very, very respectable, where I'm able to virtually not have to work for anybody. I can do whatever I want. I can go out to eat. I can spend all day with my family. Okay. My life is average. My life is, I know it's not, Antoine Gate. I'm just an average guy. You want to know who's not average? Now I'm going to tell you who's not average. Elon Musk. He's not average. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg. He's not average. Donald Trump. He's not average. Wait, let me read what Back to the Future 99 said. People trade their time for money. Most people have to do this, unfortunately. It's true. Ken Griffin is not average either, but I don't think that mother effer made his money the right way. In my opinion, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. But you're right, Antoine. But listen, the point is this. The point is that life is short. See, this is what all of you don't understand. I know everyone knows that we're going to die. Like, people know this, but I don't think people actually accept it. I don't think people accept they're going to die. I really don't believe this. If someone came to you right now and say, "Are you aware you're going to die?" You might, in passing, you might say, "Yes, I'm aware of it." But I don't think that you really wholeheartedly accept it. I don't think it, because life is very short. This guy keeps giving me super chats. I have no idea why. Antonio Miranda. Thank you again, Antonio. For newcomers, Apefather decided to have an online t-shirt biz, then discovered he needed a license, gave up in a week, but he will build an empire for sure. Okay, this is not true. This is not true. The initial purpose of me selling t-shirts was because there were apes that were struggling, Antonio. They were homeless. They couldn't pay their electric, their gas bills. They had no food. Okay, so I started a GoFundMe page. Okay, we went all of this. That's when I initially started my t-shirt business, okay? Because I wanted to raise money to help all my ape brothers. Unfortunately, GoFundMe told me that you can't have a third party. In other words, I can't be giving money to multiple people all over the world. I raised $4,300. They shut down the GoFundMe. They sent back the $4,300 to all the people that gave. I got zero. I earned zero. Instead, I mailed out 100 t-shirts. I mailed out 100 t-shirts for free. And I donated $10,000 of my own money to help people. Okay, as far as recently, I told you what I wanted to do. I wanted to put the store, it was an online store. It was very complicated. I don't know what it was. It wasn't working right. It wasn't working right. That's why, you want to know the true reason why I gave up on it? Because it was like, it's so hard. It's like YouTube has this third party thing where it was like the most complicated process. I really don't want to be bothered with it. And anyway, I decided it's something I didn't want to do. But everything you're saying, it's inaccurate and it's not true. Anyway, I don't know about any food pianos, Crypto Sniper. It could be possible. Yo, Apefather just tried to help some folks who are struggling. God bless. God bless you, Daniel, for recognizing that. So getting back, people keep deflecting me from the conversation. I'm trying to make a point, and I keep getting deflected. Okay, I want to stick to the point. The point is, who is not average in this world? Who's not average? Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. You understand? I could go Sheldon Elderson, who's the owner of Steve Wynn. Okay, these are people who are not average. So what I'm trying to do in my life, I don't know about you guys, I don't want to be average. Okay, look, how can I say this without sounding? I don't know if I'm going to sound like a jerk off. If being average is all you want, then God bless you. Like, look, I don't want to convince people. Listen to me. I don't want to convince, if someone is average, like in other words, if someone's out there and they're making $70,000, $80,000 a year and they have a $700,000 house and they have an average car and they got a little bit of savings, and if that's what you're content in your life and you're satisfied, then God bless you. Like, I really don't mean, so I guess that this conversation is not for people like that. If you're content being average, you shouldn't listen to me. You should just probably leave the live stream and go just watch, other channels, because this channel is about making us more than average. So now you might say, what do you want, Apefather? You want to know what I want? I want it all. That's what I want. Guys, I want it all. I want to have what all these billionaires have: the private jets, the private yachts, casinos, hotels like the Hilton and the Marriott family. I want to have hotels. I want to have real estate, passive income coming in. I want to compete with all the top technology companies. I want to compete with Apple. I want to compete with Tesla. I might even want to even compete in space, just like, friggin' SpaceX. Okay, Blue Origin with Jeff Bezos. I want to compete with everybody. Why do these people get to control the whole friggin' world? Now, what I'm trying to make you all understand is this. Retail, when we work together, we're more powerful than any corporation in the world. This is what none of you understand. We're more powerful than NVIDIA. We're more powerful than Microsoft. We're more powerful than Citadel. We are more powerful. When we work together, we are more powerful than any corporation in the world. Here's what the problem is, though. Everybody wants to do things themselves. Everybody wants to be the Lone Ranger. Everybody wants to do things themselves. Now, what I don't understand about this philosophy and this mentality is you can't do it yourself. Again, let me if you want to be average, that's different. Sure, you could do it yourself. Go get a regular job, go get yourself a 30-year mortgage, get yourself a nice house, get yourself an average car, and yes, you can do it yourself. You want to be like Elon? You want to be like Mark Zuckerberg? You cannot do it yourself. Now, I know what you're going to say. How did they do it? Look, that's open to speculation. Look, I don't want to get into the whole Illuminati thing again. I don't want to get into the whole, my uncle is Bruce Lundvall, my uncle is Steven Spielberg. I don't want to get into that conversation again. It's open to discussion how these super, super rich people made it. It is open to debate. It is open to conspiracy theories, okay? And I don't want to go there. But here's what I will tell you, okay? None of this applies to you, okay? You will never be Elon Musk. None of you. Listen to me. None of you. And including me. I'm not exiting myself from this conversation. But if we work together, like I always use this analogy and people get angry at me. Like Antonio, he hates it when I use this analogy. In 2022, okay, retail lost $350 billion in the stock market. $350 billion effing dollars. You know how much money that is? It's a lot of money, okay? And when I say lost, let me be very crystal clear what I'm saying. That money was given to the corrupt 1%. That's it. In other words, it went from our bank accounts to their bank accounts. Okay, you know who the corrupt 1% is. Okay. So don't you see what's happening in this world? The rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer, and the middle class, nobody gives a shit about the middle class. The middle class, they basically, they follow the rules, they're sheep. Bye, they go work their 9-to-5 job. They don't bother nobody, and nobody gives a shit about them, okay? Okay, well, hold on, wait, let me just say. Let me read some of these comments. Many calls. WTF, will you stop getting, this guy's like a psychopath. This guy's a nut. I don't take any money from my children. You are a lunatic. You are a Norman Bates, psychopathic, crazy lunatic. A psychotic lunatic. All right. Bloodbath and Beyond no longer exists. Yeah, I remember there was this guy, Skywalker or something, who used to come onto my live stream. He told me he was going to become a multi-millionaire from that. So I guess that didn't work out too well for him. Might want to take a shower there, Ghost, CODM. Antoine Kane, I want to be extraordinary. Okay, so all right. I'm going to tell you the secret to success now. Are you all ready for the secret to success? Here it is. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to tell you the secret. Like, remember Michael J. Fox, that movie, Secret to My Success? Okay, here it is, baby. Money is easy to make. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. Money is easy to make. Let me repeat that again. Money is easy to make. Okay. You might say, what the F-U-C-K are you talking about? Okay. Money is not easy to make. Money is hard to make. You know why you feel that way? Because you all do things the ass way. That's why. You all do things the hard way. You ever hear this expression, work smart, not hard? Okay, work smart. Okay. The problem is everybody in this world does everything the hard way. Okay. Go to college. And again, I'm not trying to be an advocate against college. If you want to get educated, of course you should go to college. But if you're looking to go to college because you want to become rich, you're a friggin' idiot. Okay. You're an idiot. If you want to be educated, it's a different story. Now, here's how you make money in this world. You got to work together. Listen, again, this guy gives me $2 again. Friggin' Antonio Morad, the biggest supporter of the Apefather with Super Chats. Apefather could not set a YouTube online store, but he will be king. Antonio, it's just, listen to me. I have bigger dreams. This is what you don't understand. Believe it or not, selling t-shirts is not my dreams. I got bigger dreams, bigger goals. Okay. So anyway, going back to, you guys all want to keep deflecting me. Okay, you're deflecting me. Let me explain to you how easy it is to make money. Are you ready? Let's say you have 1 million people. Just hear me out. You have 1 million people, and let's just say, again, I'm not asking for any money, but let's say that this is something that has been registered with the SEC. It is a legal crowdfunding situation, or it's a REIT, or it's a real estate investment trust. Okay. But let's say you have a situation like this. You have 1 million people. Each person puts up $10. And again, I want to be clear. I am not asking anybody for money. Each person puts up $10 a day. Let's just assume $10 a day, really not that much money, I don't think. I think all of us spend $10 every day. Would you agree? Even if you're going out there buying a friggin' candy bar, listen, even if you're going out there buying a candy bar and you're buying a friggin' Yoo-Hoo or some shit, you're probably going to spend $10 a day, right? Okay. So $10 a day means if you have 1 million people in a legalized, organized group, let's once again say, that is registered with the SEC, you're raising $10 million a day. You're raising $70 million a week. So what this means is every single day, you could go out and buy a multifamily property. Just hear me out. You could go out and buy a multifamily property that is bringing in a guaranteed rent roll, that is bringing in a guaranteed passive income. Let me repeat it. Every single day. Every single day. Now, why I say that money is easy to make? It's not hard to make this money because once you acquire this multifamily property, people are paying you rent. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to do jack shit. Okay, you might have to hire a property manager, all of that shit. You have to maintain the property, of course. But other than that, and these are people you're hiring to do all of this work. It's not like you're doing the work. You're hiring people to do this work, okay? You don't have to do a single thing. So tell me if that is not easy to make money. Tell me if that's not easy. Ready? You take $10 million, you buy a multi-family property that's generating passive income every single month, and that money comes in every single month, 100% guaranteed. You don't have to work. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to bust your ass. You don't have to work overtime. Your uncle doesn't have to be Steven Spielberg. You don't have to hit the lottery. You don't have to go to the crossroads to make a deal with the devil, okay? You don't have to do all of this shit, okay? You simply buy the property. Money comes in every month forever. Again, this guy, Antonio. Apefather promised a bar restaurant by the end of 2024. I got 4 months. I'm working on it, okay? Okay. So anyway, bottom line is this. One makes more sense, because my phone's about to die, by the way. I got to charge it. I'm not supposed to be doing long live streams anyway. I really wanted them to be short in duration. What makes more sense? Working a job where you're going to be the average American making $50,000 a year, right? paying Uncle Sam taxes. Okay, you're left with 35K. Then you pay your mortgage or your rent if you have an apartment. You pay your car, you pay your insurance, food, entertainment. And at the end of the year, you are left with jack shit. You are left with zero. Your life never gets better. Year goes by after year after year after year, and you get a lot of tears. You got a lot of tears because your life sucks big rhinoceros bullsack. Your life sucks. And you probably have had those days. Have you all had those days where you said that to yourself? My life sucks. Life sucks. Life sucks because you have nothing. I'm killing myself. I'm busting my ass. I'm working like a friggin' hound dog. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Working every day, right? That's all you're doing. You're working and working and working, and you got nothing to show for it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so what makes more sense? That, right? Or being a part, whatever you want to call it, a movement, crowdfunding, a wreath. Again, I'm not asking for any money. I am not asking for any money. No money. I'm just asking you a simple question. Where every single day we're purchasing multifamily real estate that is bringing in a guaranteed monthly income. It could be a 30 unit, 40 unit, 50 unit building, whatever the case may be. Every day, Monday, we buy a multifamily unit property. Tuesday, we buy a multifamily property. Wednesday, we buy a multifamily property. Thursday, we buy a multifamily property. Friday, we buy a multifamily property. Saturday, we buy a multifamily property. Sunday, we buy a multifamily property. Let me read what Back to the Future say. Apefather, look at the DSCR, debt service coverage ratio loans. Look this up later on Google. This is for real estate purchasing. I really will look into that. Thank you, Back to the Future. But you see, the point of this live stream, guys, is we're not ready yet. Listen to me. We're not. He just said, where do you get the money from? Antoine, I guess you weren't listening to me. You weren't listening to me. Okay? I'm saying that in theory, if I started a wreath, listen to me. In theory, if I started crowdfunding or something, of course, that had to be approved. Okay? That had to be approved by the SEC. That this dream could become a reality. But you might say, well, why are you not doing it right now? First of all, I don't have the audience. You want to get down to the nitty gritty? I simply do not have the audience. I need to get the audience. Like if I get to the point, this guy calls this scams. I'm not taking any money from anyone, Antonio, you sick lunatic. Okay, how can it be a scheme if I'm not asking for anybody? I'm saying first thing is I got to get the audience. I got to get millions of subscribers. I got to start generating hundreds and hundreds of millions of views. And you want to know what I would probably do at first, just so that everybody knows? I would actually first want to do it myself, if you want to know the truth. I wouldn't want to involve anybody in my first few projects. In other words, I'd want to go out, buy multifamily real estate. And yes, I would also like to have restaurants, but the difference is with restaurants, I would follow in the McDonald's business model, meaning I would own the lot. I would own the real estate. You always have to own the real estate. And the money that should be used for any risky venture should come from passive income. That's another conversation. I don't want to get into that. But the first thing you need to establish in life is passive income. That's the first thing you need to establish in life. Then the money you get from passive income, you could use for risky ventures. You could attempt risk, but only after you establish passive income. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a whole bunch of buildings, 10 multifamily buildings, and they're bringing in $250,000 a month in passive income. I'll just give you an example, okay? Now, I say, I want to take $250,000. Just look, we're just saying this for argument's sake, okay? I know you guys are going to pull out the calculators and try to be analytical. I'm just trying to use this as an example, okay? So please don't get analytical. Okay, so you have 10 multifamily buildings bringing in $250,000 a month. I say, you know what I want to do? I want to take a risk. I want to open up the Apefather Italian restaurant or the Apefather steakhouse. Let's assume it's 250,000, which includes the real estate. It could be in friggin' Alabama. It could be in anywhere. I'm just making a point. Okay, we're just using this. It could be more. It could be less. Whatever the case may be. Yeah, you like my 8 by videos? Okay. It's okay to take that risk with the $250,000 because why? You're getting that money every month. You understand? You're getting that money. So if the business fails, next month you get the $250,000 back. You see what I'm trying to say? So the first step, the first priority should be to first build up passive income. That's the first step. Second step, yeah, sure. You want to take risks? Take risks. You want to buy luxury cars? Sure. You want to buy luxury boats? Sure. You want to buy luxury watches? All of that should be used for passive income. You know, I don't like that guy, Grant Cardone. I don't like him. You want me to tell you the truth? I don't like that guy at all. And if I ever met him, I would tell him right to his face, I don't like him. I don't like Grant Cardone. But let me tell you something about Grant Cardone. He makes a lot of sense. Here's what I would tell him if I met him. I would say, do I like you on a personal level? No. Do you make a lot of business sense? Yes. Grant Cardone makes a tremendous amount of business sense because this is what he says. He goes, whenever I'm buying something that does not produce passive income, meaning a guaranteed monthly passive income, he goes, I would never use money that, like, in other words, he has two types of money. Money he gets for passive income and new investment capital. He says, I would never use new investment capital to buy any business that's not producing passive income or to make an investment or to buy a luxury item. So here's an example. You take the average mindset of the dumb Americans out there, the dumb people. I like to call them the dumb people. And I was one of them, by the way. I was one of them my whole life. I'll give you a story. I had this friend. It makes no difference, but he was Russian, okay? It makes no difference, okay? This is the way he spoke. It's all good. It's all good. Everything. Or da. He said da or niet. Yet. That means no. Okay. So here's the thing. He goes out, he buys himself an Armani suit, $2,000 suit. He buys himself the brand new BMW 7 Series, totally hooked up. He spent like about $100,000 on the car, right? I mean, I think he was financing. I mean, obviously the guy didn't pay cash. He was financing, okay? He says, Richie, it's all good. It's all good. I have brand new BMW 7 Series, doped up, rich, everything on this mother effer, right? I'm like, how much was this? $100,000. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so now I'm naturally impressed because this is a beautiful car. Rich, I have $3,000 Armani suit, very good. $10,000 Rolex, it's all good, Rich. It's all good. Okay, now, Rich, you like to see my apartment where I live? Sure, right? I'm thinking this guy lives in Trump Tower. I don't know where he lives, right? Okay. He's on Brighton Beach in Brooklyn. He takes me up to his apartment. My bathroom that I'm in right now, my bathroom was the size of this guy's apartment. I'm not even kidding you. My master bathroom is the size of this guy's apartment. It was maybe 400 or 500 square feet. But he was so impressed that he had the view of the ocean. He says, I live in the Jersey Shore. He says, Rich, he goes, I have the ocean view, Rich. I have the ocean view, very good. So anyway, Brownie, I'm working on it still, brother. I'm still working on it, Brownie. But I have a lot of money. Don't worry, Brownie. It's just my wife doesn't want me to touch it. I have tons and tons of money, brother. Tons. But my wife wants me to make it another way. I'm trying to make it on YouTube, Brownie. That's what I'm trying to do. Take over the luxury. You're right. Well, Real Aqua, if I had enough support, I would. That's what I'm doing. Look, there's two things I have to do in life. Because you might be like, oh, you're all talking, no action. I'm not all talking. Look, if I had millions of subscribers, listen to me. If I had millions and millions and millions of subscribers, guess what would happen? I would have all of this stuff done already. People keep asking me, am I doing it? Well, I need more subscribers. I need to get more known. I need to get more famous on YouTube. And I need to get more people thinking like me. So when all of those things happen, you understand, all of this is going to become a reality. And it could be as soon as a few months, a year, who knows how soon it can happen. It can happen very, very soon. But that's what I have to do. What I'm doing right now is the process. This is the process. This is me building an audience. Don't you understand? I'm building an audience. I'm trying to get people to think like me, and I'm trying to change the thinking pattern of people because people's thinking patterns suck. Anyway, I'm going to be ending this live stream. Right, networking. Bull traders got it. That's what I'm doing. I'm networking. Look, you want to know what the bottom line is? Listen, let's take an example of missing in action, Dale. I love you, Brody. Thank you, brother. We're going to prove everything. We're going to prove everybody wrong. I love you, Brody. It's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time, brother. Missing in action, Dale. Let's take an example. This guy cannot afford when he goes to McDonald's. He is a prime example of a loser. Okay, here's a guy who goes to McDonald's, cannot buy a meal. He can only buy a fish sandwich. That's it. This guy can't get a small drink. He cannot afford a small fountain drink. He cannot afford small fries. He can only afford a fish sandwich. That's it. And a matter of fact, I actually haven't even seen him eat that fish sandwich in a long time. It's possible he can no longer afford it. Because listen, I'm going back 2 years ago now. I'm going back. I'm going back when times were a little better. Inflation wasn't at this terrible level. The cost of living wasn't this high. It's possible Dale could no longer afford a fish sandwich. Oh, that would be amazing, Real Aqua. That would be absolutely. Hey, man, you have to try that. It didn't work out for him. It wasn't that crazy. You have to wanted to have something that you were just talking about. He ended up having the Playboy Club, which was like, bars that were in casinos, but Hefner was never able to complete the financing for, a Playboy casino, a topless casino. That was Hefner's idea. And for some odd reason, right? It doesn't make no sense. It makes absolutely no sense, but Hefner was not able to complete the financing of that. And his dream never came true of having the Playboy casino. So anyway, WTF, you're a nut job. You need to go to like a place. Don't get scared when you walk in. It's a white painted room. You walk in, they're going to put you in a straitjacket. They might give you a shot at Thorazine. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. Welcome yourself into Bellevue. So anyway, yeah, Commander 35 made $4 billion last year. Sure. And I made $4 billion last year. So anyway, okay. The bottom line is this. It doesn't matter if you guys hate me, because I'm going to be ending this live stream right now. The truth is, guys, you're never going to be billionaires. That's it. Look, it's never going to happen. You're never going to live that lifestyle. You can keep hating me. You can keep shitting on me. You could call me the fattest, most hairiest, most repulsive, most cringe, most disgusting human being on planet Earth. Your lives are not going to get better. But if you start opening up your mind, okay, and if you start unclogging your effing ears and you start listening to what the Apefather is preaching, things might change. You might see. Look, if people were listening to me, this is how it would start. You want to hear how it would start? It would start where we would build an empire. It would start where we would build multi-family empire, multi-family real estate empire, where we would have more real estate than anybody in the world. We would have more real estate than McDonald's. We would have more real estate than even the Catholic Church. People don't realize Catholic Church owns a shitload of real estate. Okay, God bless. Okay, okay. We would have more real estate than everybody. It would get to the point where we would have so much passive income coming in, so much monthly revenue coming in, that there is nothing we could not friggin' buy. Anything will now become an option. Casinos would be an option. Hotels will be an option. Major League Baseball teams will become an option. NBA basketball teams, NFL football teams. There would be no limits, right? Compete with SpaceX, with Elon Musk, even with space. There would be no it would start from real estate, and the next thing you know, we would be competing with Apple. The next thing you know, we would be competing with Tesla. The next thing you know, we'd be competing with Microsoft. If there would literally be no industry, there would be no industry we can't touch. But unfortunately, you all want me to do this by myself. That's it. And that's fine. I will. That's fine. And even when I make it, by the way, I want all of you to know this. When I do become successful, I won't forget about my true supporters. I will not forget about my true supporters. Okay, I always will remember you. And I will always give that doorway of opportunity to you. I'm looking at the debt service coverage ratio. I will definitely Google it back to the future, 100%. Jay Bush, go F yourself, please. Do me a favor. Trump 2024. Anyway, look, I'm no longer in a competition with Lou. Lou has passed on, okay? God bless Lou. God bless him. God bless. I'm not competing with Lou anymore. All right, so I don't know why people keep saying this to me. They're like, Lou's got more. God bless Lou. But there will be a time that will pass Lou. But what is there to brag about? The guy passed away. May he rest in peace. I will say hi to the family. I'm finishing up in 4 minutes, Back to the Future. We're finishing up at 1 hour, so I got a few more minutes here. Bottom line is this. What is really step one? Step one is Apefather wants to become YouTube famous, but let me explain to you why. I don't want to, see, this is another thing that people don't understand. I don't want to become YouTube famous because I want to sign autographs in the street. I don't want to become, see, this is another thing. Remember that meet and greet with John Nito? Again, this guy gives me $2. I have no idea why this guy keeps doing this. Dale, Apefather said, I never said anything bad about Lou. I never said that. I said they were jokes. I said the things I said about Lou were jokes. I admitted to all of you that they were jokes. Everything I said about Lou was a joke. Everything. Okay, Tyrone Jamal, not true. Not true, was a joke. Okay, I mean, Lou did get arrested, though. I mean, that was real. I mean, listen, may he rest in peace. That wasn't a lie. I mean, we all know that was the truth. I mean, that was the truth. But as far as things that I was saying about Lou with Tyrone and Jamal, that was all made up. That was jokes. Okay, so what exactly did I say bad about Lou? That he got arrested for fraud? So okay, who considers that was a me thing? That was me. It was true. Lou did get arrested for fraud. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is you have to differentiate between what's true and what's fiction. Lou was arrested for fraud, okay? So right off the bat, that's not being mean. That's speaking factual. That's speaking factual, okay? Lou was arrested for fraud, okay? Now, again with this Richie's a Democrat shit. Guys, do you know how many years ago, you want to know what I think of? I think I was in school. This is how long ago it was. Guys, you want to know how long ago this was? I think I might have been in school. I'm not even shitting you. I am not even shitting you. And they asked you to fill out, are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? Okay, yeah. I said I was a Democrat. I don't know how long ago this was. Like decades ago? Decades ago? Okay. Since then, I don't know. I never changed it. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't have the time of my life. I don't have the time of my life to change a light bulb. You think I care about my voting registration and all that shit? I vote Republican. I always vote Republican, okay? But look, Elon Musk, here's the perfect example. Elon Musk voted for Joe Biden. You know how you all love Elon? Okay, everybody loves Elon, right? Okay, you all love him? Okay. Elon Musk voted for Joe Biden. Okay, now he's realized he made a grave mistake. Okay, and now he's supporting Trump in the tune of $45 million a month. So can we stop with all of that shit? Jesus. I mean, you guys keep saying the dumbest, what am I exposed about? Donald Trump was a Democrat. When Donald Trump did business in New York, Donald Trump at one point registered as a Democrat. What do you guys are psychos. You guys are lunatics. It means nothing. It means nothing. Anyway, just about to finish up here. We're at the 60-minute mark, thank God. I love you, brother. Ignore the haters. You're right. I love you. Back to the Future. All right. Well, 60 minutes any second now. We'll be finishing up this live stream. I will be doing a lot more, but they're not going to be an hour in length. Anyway, V for victory. God bless. Everything the Apefather said on this live stream, remember, I'm not soliciting any investments. I'm not asking anybody for money. Super chats are different. Super chats are for entertainment purposes only. They're tips for entertainment purposes only. But I am certainly not asking anybody for any type of investments. Everything I said on this live stream has been for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial planner. I do not give financial advice. I'm not a politician, not yet. I'm not giving any political advice. I am not a lawyer. I am not giving any legal advice, but I am the greatest entertainer who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. You got it, Ryan. God bless you, brother. I am the one and only greatest entertainer who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe, the one and only Apefather in his office, baby. Wow! God bless Tony from Brooklyn. I'll be back.